You sit down to work. Your hand reaches for the phone. Just a quick check. 45 minutes later, you are watching a video you never intended to see about a topic you don't care about from a creator you don't remember subscribing to. This isn't a failure of willpower. It's a failure to understand the battlefield. Machiavelli wrote, "A prince must have no other object or thought than war and its organization." He meant, if you're not actively defending your territory, you're losing it. Today, your attention is the territory, and there are armies of engineers, designers, and psychologists paid billions to take it away from you. The tamed dog thinks distraction is a personal flaw. The wolf knows distraction is a weapon used against him, and he fights back. Type "focus" in the comments if you're ready to stop being prey. This content is for educational purposes to help you recognize and defend against psychological manipulation. We do not condone using these ideas to harm others. In this series, dog and wolf represent mindsets, never individuals. Army 1. The Attention Ledger. You can't manage what you don't measure. Most people have no idea where their attention actually goes. They feel busy while their screen time tells a different story. Machiavelli advised, "The first method for estimating a ruler's intelligence is to look at the men he has around him." Today, look at what surrounds your attention. The apps, the notifications, the endless feeds. For 3 days, track every hour. Not judgmentally, just observe. Use your phone's screen time feature. Write it down. At the end of day 3, look at the numbers coldly. Not the averages, the actual hours. Ask yourself, if someone paid you minimum wage for every hour you spent on these apps, would you be wealthy or still broke? The dog makes excuses. The wolf faces the ledger. You can't reclaim time you refuse to account for. Army 2. Notification Siege. Every notification is an interruption engineered to hijack your focus. And here's what the platforms don't tell you. Most notifications aren't emergencies. They're marketing. Machiavelli observed, "Men are so simple that he who wishes to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived." Every notification sound is a deception. It pretends to be important so you'll look. Turn off all notifications. Not silent. Not deliver quietly. Off. All of them. For 1 week. Here's what you'll discover. Nothing explodes. No one dies. The world keeps spinning. And you'll get hours of your life back. After the week, you can selectively re-enable the ones that actually matter. From actual humans, not algorithms. I remember the first day I turned off all notifications. The silence was almost uncomfortable. My hand kept reaching for the phone. By day 3, something shifted. I read an entire chapter of a book without checking anything. I had a conversation where I actually listened. By day 7, I realized most of what I thought was connection was just interruption. If it's not urgent enough for them to call, it's not urgent enough to interrupt your life. Army 3. Single Task Sanctuaries. The human brain is not designed for multitasking. When you switch between tasks, you lose time, focus, and quality. Every switch costs you. The dog brags about multitasking. The wolf knows multitasking is just doing multiple things badly. Create single task sanctuaries. Time blocks where only one thing is allowed. 30 minutes of writing? Phone in another room. 1 hour of work? No tabs open except what you need. Dinner with someone? No devices on the table. These sanctuaries aren't about productivity. They're about presence. The wolf shows up fully to whatever he's doing because he knows half attention to everything means full attention to nothing. Where you look is where you live. If you're always looking at multiple things, you're never really anywhere. Army 4. Stimulation Tolerance Reset. Here's the deepest layer. Constant stimulation raises your baseline. What used to excite you now feels boring. What used to focus you now feels slow. You need more hits just to feel normal. Machiavelli warned. Men tire of good fortune almost as quickly as of bad. Even pleasure becomes meaningless when it's constant. Schedule short, no dopamine blocks. 30 minutes with no phone, no music, no podcast, no stimulation. Just you and your thoughts. Start small. 5 minutes, then 10, then 30. What you'll discover: boredom is not dangerous. Boredom is where your own mind starts speaking again. And in a world of constant noise, a mind that can think for itself is a weapon. Here is the cold truth. If you can't sit alone with your own thoughts, you're not in control of your mind. You're just between distractions. Army 5. Signal versus noise filter. Not all information is equal. Some is signal. It matters. It moves you forward. It deserves your attention. Some is noise. It's designed to capture you, not serve you. The dog treats everything as signal. The wolf filters ruthlessly. Before you engage with anything, ask 2 questions. 1. Does this serve my goals or just someone else's? 2. Will I remember this tomorrow, or is it designed to be forgotten? If it's someone else's goal and designed to be forgotten, it's noise. Let it pass. The wolf doesn't consume everything. He selects. He's not informed about every trend, every controversy, every viral moment. He's informed about what matters to him. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know what's worth knowing. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You reach for your phone when you're bored, when you're anxious, when you're avoiding something hard. The dog blames the apps. The wolf asks, what am I avoiding? The conversation you don't want to have? The work you don't want to start? The silence where your own thoughts might tell you something uncomfortable? The apps aren't the problem. They're the escape from the problem. Your shadow work is to face what you're running from. I checked my screen time after a week I thought was productive. 17 hours on YouTube, 12 on social media. I wanted to vomit. I wasn't building anything. I was just consuming. The worst part? I couldn't even remember most of what I watched. Just a blur of content. I felt like a ghost haunting my own life. If that hits home, you're not alone. The parasites are real. But so is the path back. Here's your challenge. Tomorrow, turn off all notifications. Not for the week, just for one day. At the end of the day, check your screen time. Compare it to today. Then ask yourself, who was really in control? If this episode cracked something open, if you're tired of being harvested and ready to reclaim your mind, hit subscribe. Not for more noise, because you're choosing signal. In the next video, we go deeper into how manipulators use psychological erasure to break your confidence without a fight. We're calling it psychological erasure, quietly breaking a bully's power without a fight. The dog scrolls, the wolf builds. Master the game. Guard your mind. Until next time.